Alien Force Season 3 is definitely the worst season of Alien Force, and it's honestly the worst season of Ben 10 up until this point. We get just a whole new direction, and I think it's evident, right? Like, Season 3, something's different.
It's better.
What?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's a lot more lighthearted, like we've discussed before. The Omnitrix is always on the fritz. The humor is a little forced, I feel like. Some of the plot points make no sense. And here's the thing I've struggled with as a Ben 10 fan, because, you know, I don't try to look too deep into things, you know, as opposed to some other people, yourself included. But, like, when I watch, like, the most hated episode that we'll talk about today is the Fool's Gold.
Yeah.
And I remember watching it, and I was like, I don't hate it, I don't love it. It just is there.
Yeah.
And I say that a lot about a Ben 10 episodes. I don't think there's one episode I absolutely just hate, right? As much as, like, this is the worst episode of Ben 10. If I had to think about it, probably one of the worst. But at the same time, I could probably think of others I don't like more than this one, you know? So it's just hard for me because I don't hate much of Ben 10, you know?
If you're watching it casually, I think a lot of people watch it like religiously. They watch like a bit, especially if you're a big fan.
At this point, you're not watching it casually. If you're still watching Ben 10, it's a religiously watched kind of thing.
But so, and a lot of times, like you'll hear people on rewatches say like, "Oh, you can skip this episode," which I have had a problem with before in the past. I said that. But then you get these episodes where it's like this doesn't add anything to the plot, doesn't really have anything fun or any hype moments or any good action, so just skip it. And that's like why people consider a lot of these to be bad. I think I've got more problems with like the writing generally, because I think I think it's a lot of pressure from Cartoon Network coming down to make these more like lighthearted, more jokey, more cartoony, actiony. I don't. Something's wrong with it.
It feels bad. Like when you're watching it feels. And I hate to say this, but taking into the context of what we're talking about, it feels immature. It feels like it should be on like Disney Junior, or Cartoon Network for kids kind of thing. Like it's just like a 5 to 6 year olds watching this instead of the people who've grown up with Ben 10. Because at the time of them coming out with Ben 10 Alien Force, we were like 12, 13. So it's like we're a little more mature. We're still 12, 13 year olds, but we're not 5. And some of these plot points, some of these action points, and the way it feels when they're talking feels like it's for a 5 or 6 year old.
Absolutely.
And I'm just like, come on, man. What are you doing?
I guess we'll jump further into this. My name is Hopper, the crop topper.
What does that mean?
Whatever you want.
Oh, okay. My name is Steven.
And today we're looking at 3 different episodes of Ben 10. This is our first combined episode.
Yeah.
And you'll see why, because it's episodes that no one really cares about. I think everyone dislikes, honestly. And it all fits the theme of like season 3 is bad. Like it all kind of culminates to that idea.
Season 3 feels worse, but in the same vein as Ben 10 Classics season 4, where everything just kind of happens, but it's all because they're getting ready to push out a new show.
Maybe so. Yeah, I can see that.
That's how, even if that's not what they're doing, that's how it feels. That's the same vibe I'm getting.
They definitely needed the refresh of Ultimate Alien, I think, after all this. But we're going to be talking about 3 episodes. That's Inferno, that's Fool's Gold, and then that is Simple. So you can find those in the little... The bar will be sectioned off so where you can go, see all the different episodes if you just want to skip to one episode or not.
Last week, though, we did talk about the 2-parter Vilgax Returns, and we had a pretty good comment here from IDK-IBK7. Vilgax should have died in Soto. They should have then introduced a new character to serve the role that UAF Vilgax served. Maybe his son or something, I'm not sure. The personality shift is so jarring. That's really good, I think so, because because they never really explain how he comes back from Secrets of the Omnitrix, right?
Yeah.
Him being his son, or maybe like an apprentice or something, would have been really cool. Like, you killed my master, prepare to die.
Totally.
I think that would have worked more. I don't know that I would have liked him still, but at least I could understand the direction a little bit more than a complete 180 shift from the Vilgax we know and love.
I think that idea, that kind of mindset is like, you either do Vilgax or you don't.
Yeah.
Like either do them half-assed or don't do them at all. You know what I mean? Like, and his son was mentioned in like some sort of off-brand material. Something about he was stuck in a different dimension. Vilgax had a son, something else.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know.
Yeah.
But Vilgax son, be cool.
Yeah. Would have been really cool.
Plus, it gives you the whole like conqueror vibe. Like, I'm trying to win the universe for my father, and then I've got beef with Ben Tennyson, and it could be cool.
It could have been cool. But yeah, thank you for that comment, guys. Make sure to comment down below on this one, and this is a special 3-parter, so leave a comment about any of them, all of them, how we're doing this, anything at all, and you could be the next comment we read next week.
Inferno is a stupid episode about some dumb cows or something.
I think it's probably better than the other 2.
I didn't like any of these, honestly, which sucks because...
But there's some that are better than others, right? They don't all equally suck, right?
Yeah,
it is weird that Volcanus is able to buy the Earth.
I had a big problem with
Who
that.
approves it? Earth gets no say in any of this. This is the second time now we've dealt with something that Earth is like, hold up, we don't agree with this.
And I don't know what's worse is like they don't lean into this at all. Like there's never mentioned again that he owns the Earth or he has like permits to colonize. What is it? Like habitat? What are they called?
Geofarming.
Geoforming.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's going to change the Earth into like his home worlds. Yeah. And apparently it's super hot, as Kevin tells us. He's like, it's 1,000,000 degrees on a cold day, you know. And he's like, I know.
Yeah, I like that.
I kind of do like Volcanus as like a one-off, just like random villain.
Yeah, like a villain of the week type thing. Yeah. I think that's perfect for his role.
I'll tell you what I don't like is Moldy Warp.
I hate him, but it is voiced by Grandpa Max.
That's true, Paul.
The range on this man.
He has a pretty good range.
I didn't hear Grandpa Max at all.
Yeah, you have to really listen in. The Peroxivores, I think
they're cool. I really wanted to eat one after they mentioned eating them at the end of the
episode. They were all disgusted about how they would taste. I'm like, they'd probably taste all right.
They probably taste pretty good. That's pretty good.
Like a big cow that eats rocks. It would just taste like an earthy cow, probably.
Yeah, like a chicken.
And I guess they're mythical. We get mention of Bigfoot and all the cryptids and stuff.
Yeah, but Bigfoot's not real.
It's a guy in a suit. Even though, if I don't point this out, the comments will. Secret Saturdays takes place in this universe.
So Bigfoot does exist, and he's working with the Secret Saturdays.
Well, I think Fiskerton is not technically a Bigfoot. If we want to get super,
he looks like him.
He's pretty. I mean, he's pretty close. Yeah, he's pretty.
He looks more like Grindel, maybe.
Grindel, I love Grindel.
Dude, that's how I picture Grindel.
I think there's a Grindel movie in production right now.
Yeah, there is. I'm super excited for it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's either Max doesn't know about Bigfoot or Max is thinking Kevin is thinking of the one specific Bigfoot video.
Yeah.
Maybe that was a hoax, but there actually is a Bigfoot. I don't know. There's a lot to think about with this. What about Brainstorm? He gets pretty good showing in this.
That's what I was going to say.
He's flies in this now.
I don't like that. We already got the 2 seasons of Benton's 10 aliens being just dope, right? Yeah. Like overpowered, OP. Super crazy. You think we'd see Brainstorm floating in the air and using his telekinesis as more than just a lightning blast to literally pick up entire railroads and rail cars and make a paddock for the animals, you know?
The mythology behind this is that someone on the show... I don't know the full details. I got this from the Ink Tank, which we love you guys. Thanks for doing what you do. Obviously more detailed than we are, but they know more lore. But one of the cast and crew said they didn't like that Brainstorm can fly or levitate. And so I think like some of the fans kind of latched onto that idea, like, oh, one of the creators didn't like it, so we don't like it. I think it's fine that the Brainstorm can fly.
I think it would be fine if he'd done it before now. Yeah, that's what makes me angry.
And like
because every time we see Brainstorm before this, I'm like, it's a waste of a transformation.
Yeah,
and you just hear him sound pretentious.
Yeah, that's his personality changes to be rude and like jerkish, and then he's overly smart,
and he doesn't do
vocab
anything
for no reason. Yeah,
and then now he's a badass now. In the worst season of Alien Force, you want to make him a badass? I'm not happy with it.
This is like, I mean, this confirms like every alien Ben has can fly, except for like, you know, Humongousaur can't fly.
Swamp Fire can't fly.
Well, he can with you know, we see him fly a little bit in the War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Spider Monkey can't fly.
Spider Monkey can't fly. I think those are the only 2 because Chromosome can fly. That's confirmed. Somehow. He's Crystal Jesus. He just can fly. Now you got Brainstorm. You got Echo. Echo can also levitate, which is kind of BS, I think.
Since when though?
He's done it a couple. He already did it, and I'll put more examples up. But Jet Ray obvious. Who else? Goop is obvious.
I don't really think he flies. He gets pulled around by the anti-gravity thing.
Okay.
That's not flying.
He can fly with that.
He's physically not flying. The thing is pulling him around. It's like if you could pick me up by the arm and sling me around. That's not me flying. That's me getting pulled around by something else.
I think you're splitting hairs here.
No, he can't fly.
He can fly. The gravity projection can go anywhere. It can
that
just go
doesn't
up
make
down.
him fly. He's being pulled. It's not flying.
What is the difference? He's not on the ground and he's flying through the air. I just
gave you the difference.
He's being pulled through the air.
Put a rope on me and tie me to a helicopter. Am I flying?
That's not the same. You are part of the helicopter at that point then.
No, I'm not.
Goop's projector is part of Goop.
No, he can't fly.
He can't move around if he doesn't have the projector.
I'm not arguing. He can't fly.
You're not arguing that he can fly.
No, he can't fly.
Guys, leave it in the comments. Goop can fly.
I'd love to see it in the comments.
I don't like the Brainstorm ruins a whole train just to saddle up those Peroxivores.
It's a train, dude. No
what if a train comes through there?
Nah, they won't.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now. They're not coming through there.
There's a funny joke in this. I like that Kevin's got like a light out trying to read what they're standing around in the dark, and Gwen blows it out, then Ben blows it out, and he's like, "Why y'all doing that?" And he goes, "Read, Kevin. It's TNT."
Or just listen. We said TNT. You light, we blow it out. You light again, we blow it out.
It was just really funny. It was like suddenly, he's like, "Hey, quit that."
We get some pretty good highlights from Big Chill in this. We get some Jet Ray. So we get a few, and I've noticed too with these episodes, they're showing more transformations. Mm-hmm. And I think it's one because they're like, bring back the animations. People love the animations, and it's also two, like you said, we can shave down.
We can shave down some money.
We only have to make this animation once, and then we just insert. But Molly Warp's cool. Apparently, there's more like him in the world. It's cool too because like when he tries to get serious, she's like, "You're the last of your kind." He goes, "Oh, there's plenty like me. They just don't like me."
So they're like mole people essentially.
Yeah, essentially.
Not aliens. I guess there was
an indigenous people of Earth.
Cool. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
I guess Peroxivores too.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Mm-hmm. We get a big push in season 3 to go back to kind of how Classic had a bunch of
like monsters and mutants and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm not against it. I do prefer aliens more so than just mutants on Earth because the show is about aliens first and foremost.
I think the fact that he looks like an alien, he looks just like Argit basically. Well, not just like Argit, but he looks similar to Argit. So I'm like, I even think I even said when we were watching.
Argit went and lived in Mississippi for
Mississippi.
You know what I mean?
If Argit ate some gumbo and turned into a good old boy, that was Moldy Warp right there. Yeah. He is kind of funny. His eyes go different ways, but I hate this character. I don't like. I don't like listening to him. I don't like looking at him. I don't like him.
He's throwing bombs at people.
He was like saving the day. Like Gwen and Kevin could not handle these little minor guys. Yeah. Even though they're like got to be the biggest pushovers in the verse.
Mm-hmm. Gwen too. We'll talk about. I'm just gonna bring this up because it's a problem in all 3 episodes that we talk about. All she does is make force fields, and she sucks at it. You think the one thing, Gwen, that you can do, you would do at least well. She's like, I can't keep this up forever. It's like, it's all you do.
Yeah.
If every day I'm lifting 50 pounds over my head 20 times a day, you best believe I better be good at it by now. You know? Oh, I can't do this all day, bulging muscles, you know?
Or how about this one? She could go on the offense. She could actually use some projections and hit somebody.
Yeah.
Not even just like her little balls that she throws out. She could be using her whips. She could be using like laser eyes she has.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huge toolkit. She's like one of the most OP characters in the whole series probably.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, again, it's the problem with Adam Eve, too. You create someone like this.
Yeah.
You have to be very creative. And you can't, especially with a kid's show where you're like, oh, well, we got to balance a plot and this and that. Well, what's Gwen doing? Throw some projectiles. Okay, cool. Move the plot along kind of thing.
You also see, like, the watch just doesn't work at times in Inferno.
Frustrating, yeah.
It's like, he's just like, oh, I guess it's time. The time is slow or something.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up. They don't give a reason for it. Normally in Classic, when it didn't work, there would be, like, a good reason for it not to be working.
There's a reason it wasn't working. And here, it's just, except for the time that he gets stuck as gray matter, it won't work. Like, he's pressing it and it won't go down, so he slams it into the pole.
Yeah, good point.
It's like, why didn't it work then, you know?
I don't know. And why did it stay stuck for so long? Kevin's car is really OP in this episode for absolutely no reason.
I forgot about Kevin's car.
It's like invisible. There's like a parachute that comes out. He's got like a radar that detects like police.
See, that one makes the most sense, I think.
Yeah, but like that might not even be alien.
And he can make it invisible.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we never see that again. It's the exact same problem I have with Classic's use of the rust bucket. Mm-hmm. It just does whatever it needs for the moment.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. Because you did say it's like the rust bucket, and I was like, yeah, I love that. But I remember hearing like a kind of like disappointment in your voice. I didn't understand it. Now I'm understanding. Because we won't ever see this again, but then it'll do something even crazier in another episode, and we're like, well, where's that one at? Oh, it's a one-time thing.
Why is it a one-time thing? This is a multi-use vehicle.
Well, the parachute is legitimately a one-time thing. You know Kevin's not reloading a parachute into that back end.
I do like that, because I even said, I was like, why did he use the parachute if he was just going to use his like jet boosters or whatever? Yeah. And he says, it's bad for the suspension.
Yeah, literally seconds after you said that.
Volcanus just gets away, I guess.
He's got his little diaper on. I love that they draw that diaper every single time. They don't have to draw that diaper. They can make the projectile fast enough. Yeah. But they draw that diaper.
Or he could be wearing clothes like a normal person. He's just in a diaper.
He could have a little bodysuit. He doesn't need to be in. Maybe he thinks that maybe the bodysuit would chafe like his nipples or something.
Maybe the suit keeps him warm enough because his planet's super hot or whatever.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. I did like that joke. That made me laugh where, he's going to sabotage. He's dropping a bomb down to the core of the Earth to like make it hot and stuff, which I don't think would work.
No, I don't think so.
I think that would just destroy the planet, right?
Yeah,
if the core wasn't there?
Yeah, it wouldn't heat it up. It would just explode. And then you'd have the pieces of the Earth everywhere. I know, too, you didn't like it, but I think when you take the wholeness of the joke, it worked really well because he gets his arm stuck in the thing, and so Spider Monkey like webs him all over, and he goes, "Oh, I'm stuck." And he goes, "I know, I stuck you." And you're like, "That's terrible." But then you keep going, and he goes, "Now turn this thing off." And he goes, "Okay." And he turns and he presses the button and it drops even lower. He's like, I told you to turn it off, not turn it down. And he goes, my bad. I pressed the wrong button. It's so like deadpan, both of those responses, that I feel like they were just, oh, you want to, I'm throwing your energy right back at you kind of thing.
I imagine someone writing that like, okay, and then Volcano says, I'm stuck. And then Ben says, yeah, I stuck you. Like, okay.
I think if you say it like that, yeah, the inflection, but I think the way they delivered it, especially with the next part, goes, oops, my bad. I mispressed it. It works for me. I thought it was really funny.
Great. John DiMaggio going to get more work here, a lot more work here.
Yeah.
He's going to be in like every episode eventually.
Yeah.
But I like that. That joke does work for me as well when he's like stuck in there and like the lava's going to come up and kill everybody. And he's like, and Spider Monkey says, well, it'll kill you too. And he goes, oh, yeah, you're right. So he like pushes a button, opens the hatch, and he just like shoots out.
Yeah, that would be bad, huh? Flies away.
The Pyroxivores do come back in an Omniverse episode. I think
the CG for them looked really bad in this episode.
It looked stock. Like it looked like they probably had like a cow or horse running.
Also, I just want all the Invincible haters to know every bit of Big Chill's flying was PNG movement.
Well, at least it's like, his wings flap a little bit. Sometimes. But like on, it's on ones, or like it'll be like for a second, and then it's just like, okay, it's one of those tricks they use.
Yeah, I just wanted to be difficult.
Everyone on TikTok or Invincible Twitter or whatever, they're just like, oh, I've paused this at this frame and now it's just a PNG. It's like, gosh, shut the hell up.
Shut up. No one cares.
It's fine.
Okay, you keep doing that to your 5 people that watch you.
Anyway, yeah, so that's basically all I got. I would give it maybe a 4 out of 10. I really didn't like it.
4 out of 10.
I really didn't like it.
Tough, dude.
I think the whole thing about Moldy Warp and how he was like saving their bacon and like he just was annoying. And then Volcanus is like,
he makes some good bacon and grits.
Pyroxivore
I
bacon.
bet you he makes some good like Fool's Rush type prospector breakfast. You know what I mean?
He looks like grits.
I'm talking grits, eggs, bacon, dude.
He's got the consistent. I bet you touch him, he feels like grits.
Countrified Southern food.
Do y'all know what grits are?
I want to go to Cracker Barrel now.
I guess we're giving away our location in the world.
Cracker Barrel's everywhere. What are you talking about?
No, we're talking about grits and all this stuff.
Oh, grits is called porridge in the Yankee towns.
Ain't nobody eating no porridge. We're eating grits.
Yeah, my one of our teachers back in the day was like, yeah, I came up there because he had family up there or something. He goes, yeah, I call it grits. And they all like, no, it's porridge. And he's like, I don't want porridge. I want grits. What the heck's porridge?
What do you rate this episode?
Probably a 4.
Yeah.
3 or 4. There's nothing special. I don't hate it as much as people hate it, really.
Yeah.
If I watch it, it's just a watch. Get through the list. Because I don't skip either.
Yeah,
I'm just going to watch it.
Some funny stuff.
I don't look forward to it, but I'm not like, oh, this.
Oh, we also get the ID mask Kevin's going to wear eventually. He didn't really wear it in these episodes we're talking about.
It's kind of crazy, too. They all get outfit changes. You never see Kevin's because...
he's always an amalgam form.
Yeah, and so then Ultimate Alien, he goes back to the original look. So it's like...
Yeah, why'd they do that?
Why'd they do that?
It's weird.
But...
Gwen's outfit looks good, though. We were talking about how like her red outfit and her ponytail.
Yeah, it makes her look more mature, which Gwen's always been mature to begin. But
she kind of is acting a little less mature, though. Like she's kind of being like, I just don't like enclosed spaces.
Okay, and she like, throws her head out.
Yeah.
Like, Gwen, calm down.
But you think they try to make her a little more...
Don't tell her to calm down.
Yeah.
You don't tell women to calm down.
You think they made her a little more like immature just because?
I think so. More argumentative with Ben.
Because that's how she was in the first series.
Yeah, what you did with class, it's totally 22 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Do the same thing.
Same.
Again. Yeah, same.
Anyway, so we'll move on to Fool's Gold, the classic alien gold poop episode.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Kevin puts it in his mouth.
I don't. Okay, maybe I don't hate as much as other people because I like Gremlins, and this is very Gremlins coded.
And that's what you were like. You were setting it up, and you were like, this is like the most hated episode. And I was like, I guess it could be. It's just hard to hate a Ben 10 episode, in my opinion.
It's the premise,
and that's where I think it's. And love them to death. I'm one of them. Ben 10 fans got too much time on their hands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you've watched, because everyone who hates Fool's Gold has probably watched it 6 or 7, 8, 9, 10 times. You've picked that episode apart so much that it is the worst episode, right?
Yeah.
And I get it. On even on surface, it's not that good. But does it deserve to be called the worst episode in the entire series?
I guess we can, we've watched through all the classic. I don't think anything classic is worse than this. Do you?
Ben 4 Good Buddy?
I like Ben 4 Good Buddy.
I did too.
That was a controversial opinion, but we both like.
The Christmas episode wasn't really my favorite.
I don't like it either.
I think I'd rather watch this than the Christmas episode.
Interesting. That's. I wouldn't call it a hot take necessarily. That's interesting though.
But that's my point. Like even casually, I could say that. If we broke it down, probably not. But on the surface,
What this episode and the Christmas episode both have in common is that there's like weird, inconsistent lore around the main conflicts.
And then there's just more and more and more when it comes to full gold.
Bro,
because I'm not saying this is a good episode.
Right.
I just don't just think it deserves a hate. It's not a good episode.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, they poop gold. Oh, they can't eat meat because then they get really big. And then if they eat too much meat or eat too much food, then they split into 100 of them. And then they just wipe out the world. You ever heard of the Mars? It used to be called the Popcorn Planet.
Popcorn Planet.
That makes no sense.
I hated that, bro.
Watch out, because when they're big and angry like that, they don't poop gold. They poop uranium-127. What?
There was a point too, like they keep pushing it. He's gonna divide. He's gonna eat the electricity and then divide. And Ben's like, okay, hold on. So how many more rules are there? What can y'all eat? What can't y'all eat? And he's like, we can't eat silicon and chicken nuggets. He said all these things.
Yeah, the chicken nuggets. Like, we can't eat meat because we get big. You know, he's like, what's bad for you? He's like, well, chicken nuggets. Like, that's a meat.
It made me think.
And is it just chicken nuggets in general? So is it the breading? Is it chicken? Because then you can't eat any chicken.
It must be a translation issue because, like in Spanish, when you say carne, it just means meat, but really you're talking about beef. Like steak is carne.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So I was just thinking about like maybe it's a translation issue, but
yeah.
So there's a whole big show of Ben like turning to Echo and jumping down the throat.
Yeah, a lot of them. We don't have to see him being thrown up.
It's pretty gross.
It's so gross.
He goes, that was different, but he's all happy and cheerful.
He's covered in just throw up. I would be throwing up. I wouldn't be saying a one-liner.
No, yeah, there'd be no.
But
I'll be mad, upset. I'm going home. I'm taking a shower.
I will say the angry, big gremlin dude looked sick. I thought it was like a mix between a werewolf and a
Yeti.
A Yeti. I thought it was a really cool design.
I like the designs. I even like the small designs. I know some people think they're kind of like lazy and basic.
Yeah.
I will say Alien Force is guilty of this in a lot of episodes where, and we'll talk about this in Simple too, because it has the same problems.
Yeah.
All the aliens don't have any kind of like body changes to make them identified different.
Yeah, they're all the same.
They all look the exact same, which it just cuts down cost on animation. Mm-hmm. And you get the point. Almost another Star Trek thing of like, oh, if we just put like a little thing on the guy's head, you'll know he's an alien. If we just make them all the same, you'll know that they're part of the same race.
Yeah, exactly.
But Deca and Orb are our main little gold poopians.
Orb is voiced by Lowenthal.
You get, I think Paul Eiding is one of them, but the Deca is Steve Bradley.
Yeah.
Bunch of aliens in this too. We get like Goop. Yeah. We get Spider Monkey.
They're really showing out.
Spider Monkey shows off big.
Yeah.
He's really,
knocks them all out, throws Kevin into him. They're house tipping.
They're drunk too.
Yeah, you can't tip a house. It's built on a slab of foundation. You can't do that. I can kind of get the silo, but
was
even
it like
then,
a greenhouse maybe or something?
No, that was a whole lot. It was like a
person's house.
It was a beach house or not a beach house.
Country house.
No, it was a pool house.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But even that's built on a foundation.
You still need a foundation
have to have foundation so it doesn't sink. You can't pick that up, dude. I don't care who you are. You gotta go like your fingers gotta go like 8 inches deep into the ground to get to the bottom and pick up. Piss me off.
Why didn't they just have a tractor there to tip over?
Yeah.
Like we see Ed Tractor tipped over like when they come into town.
And apparently they're not gonna be coming back, so you know the mayor's about to get killed by that town.
Well, no, they take him away. Like they probably put him in prison or something.
Yeah, but you know that the citizens probably go in there and kill him later. He took their whole. They have to get jobs now. You know how mad I'd be I'm telling you, after 17 years, I know I'm about to make like $5 million. I don't have to work a day in my life, and then the guy ruins it for me.
Yeah,
I'm killing him.
I think he's put in plumber jail because it was an alien-related crime.
Yeah, he better be.
Imagine this guy, this like crook mayor who stole a little gold poopian, and he's in jail with like Vilgax and like like Agrigor, like all these different intergalactic threats, and he's like, "Well, I guess I shouldn't have been greedy." I don't know.
One was like, "I like that bow tie of yours, buddy.
Give me the bow tie now."
Oh, that would be awesome to see. I would have loved as they're because there is an episode where they go to like a plumber prison.
Yeah,
I would have loved to have seen that mayor there. Like walking by and you see him in a cell.
He's all buff now, like Iroh in jail.
Dude,
and he's just
like sick. So the episode's not great, but I don't think it's the worst. And there are some funny moments. I like that it's all around popcorn. Like, like this is the best popcorn in the galaxy, the universe.
I've had like so much.
Yeah,
popcorn.
It's like a drunk analogy kind of thing. Yeah. Doesn't make sense, but whatever.
Maybe their body chemistry. They've got so much going on with them. Whatever.
It was weird. He made that comment. Boys will be boys, and I'm like, oh, come on, man, don't be like that. Spring break, boys will be boys. Yeah. It doesn't take much to read into that one.
First thing we'll do is just let them go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Don't like it, bud. Don't like it. Also, like why designs? Are they all guys?
Well, we talked a little bit about because they divide, right? Like whenever they get big and eat so much meat or whatever, they divide. So maybe they don't need to.
It's also weird. It's every 17 years. Every year there should be a generation
Yeah, like another generation
that wants to go on spring break.
A new class,
so
if you will.
Yeah, so it should be like every year they're coming. Unless with the divide thing, they don't have kids. Like there's no one before them until they divide in 17 years.
Oh, maybe that's it.
That could be it.
It's like it's very Gremlin-y, the whole thing. Gremlins is, and I understand. I know the criticism. I love Gremlins to death. There's only 3 rules, and they're very consistent.
Yeah.
Don't get them wet. Don't put them out in the sun, and you don't give them food after midnight.
Yeah. Ben 10 said, "We'll take those 3, put them in as 10, and they poop gold.
Multiply it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep it more. Freaking Ben Solo over there.
I can understand the meat thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's fine. But anything past that, like where they get big hulking monsters.
Yeah, explosive diarrhea.
What is that? What are we doing?
What's happening here? It was like, because here's the thing. The first half of the episode, I'm like, it's not as bad as people are saying.
Uh-huh.
The second half, I'm like, you guys are not helping your case, and I'm only barely defending you. You know?
What are we doing? The fact that they're pooping gold is funny to me.
I love that, though. I love that.
There's an episode...
I spend too much time on like r/God tier powers and r/hypothetical situations to where if I argue it long enough, in my head I start believing it's about to happen, kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
So like like they'll be like, you can do this power, and I'll be thinking of all the ways I can do. Like when you think about winning the lottery, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I can do this, or this, and then I'm like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm about to have these superpowers. I'm like, no, I don't. I'm stupid.
I'm about to poop gold right now.
Yeah.
There's an episode of American Dad. I don't know. I'm sure gold poop has been a thing. I guess like even like. Jack and the Beanstalk, there's a swan that has a gold egg. Mm-hmm. That could, I mean, it's not poop, but you know.
There's always been comedy bits though, like, oh, this is amazing. What is it? Poop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Surf's Up, they're swimming and they're like, that's bat guano.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's guano? Poop. And I was like, that's the coolest looking poop I've ever seen in my life. I'd take a dive in that too.
But there's an American Dad episode specifically that references that Roger the alien poops gold.
Really?
And
that's why they keep him around?
No, it's like a little turd that's like, it's got jewels encrusted instead of like corn. It's like jewels.
I'd still sell that thing. Make some money.
Well, so the thing is like, there's like a mini series within American Dad. Roger poops gold. And like people who get the golden turd like become greedy and like they start like taking each other out to like keep a hold of the poop for themselves. Almost like a Lord of the Rings analogy of like the ring, the One Ring. I like the design of these creatures. I don't know. I've been calling them gold poopians because it's funny to me, but they don't have a name. They're vaguely gremlinsy, vaguely crittersy. You know, critters.
Yeah, I know critters. I think they look more like critters than gremlins.
Yeah, but they've got the rules like gremlins. Mm-hmm. And this is like in a farm town, kind of like Critters, even though Critters has done a ton of stuff. I just love little critters. I don't know.
We with it.
Yeah.
This isn't the most hated episode for you.
This isn't one?
This isn't it for you?
Oh, no. I actually dislike, what do we call the most boring episode?
Like that's the title of one of them?
I think so. It was the child's, the green big child.
Oh, yeah. You don't like that one?
I think
that one's worse to me than the gold poop one.
I kind of think I dislike that one because it's more boring. At least like stuff's happening.
Yeah.
It's stupid, silly, but at least something's happening.
Yeah.
I like their little rockets. It's like a one single service jet.
Yeah. Kind of I love that. And they're literally like Jimmy Neutron rockets, you know.
Red and silver.
Yeah.
The mayor even has like a red and silver gun. Red and silver is the Alien Force technology colors.
Big facts. I love how Big Kevin's like, come out with your hand. There you go. I started blasting.
Yeah, he just starts shooting.
Yeah.
Ain't no one taking my gold poop alien from me, even though you're the plumbers and I know that you're going to.
3 plumbers. There's more where that came from, and you're shooting the 3 most powerful plumbers.
Do you like, I kind of liked in the beginning of this that Max just like sent him on a quest. He's like, there's an alien missing. You need to go find it.
I like that.
I thought that was cool. It was like.
I like in the first episode we just talked about too, where they're talking to Max.
Yeah.
It's just like hey, let's call it Max.
It is good to have him back in the show.
Yeah. I like him a lot.
It's fun that they have like a boss now. They can report back to Grandpa Max, even though.
Yeah.
But Big Chill pisses me off in this. He's fighting the big monster, and then he knocks him into a barn, and then like he tramples the barn to like make sure Ben's dead and stuff. And then I was like, oh, we both at the same time are nearly like, just go intangibles. He probably just went underground or something.
Yeah.
No, he took the beating. He just took the beating
because he flies out and he goes, yeah, remember to go intangible more often. And me and you literally audibly like groaned at the same time.
Are you kidding me?
We're like, what the dude?
Hate it. Hate that.
Hate that.
It's just the character writing is weird. Oh, there's a subplot in this. Kevin's upset about how he looks, and he's got this little locket. We were like, where's he putting that? He kind of just puts it behind his back. And
I said, he keistered it.
Put it in his prison wallet.
Yeah. Well, he does it again in the next episode, too. Oh, time to put that one in the sphincter.
I'm going to lock that one away.
You literally said, where is he putting that? I said, his sphincter.
We were talking about Invincible. There's an episode, and Mark looks at his phone, and he's like, okay. And he puts it, like, there's no pockets.
Where he pulled it and where he put it from, we'll never know. He just slapped it between the muscles of his cheeks. He's just clenching. He's clenched the whole time.
It's like David Hasselhoff in the SpongeBob movie, like pushing his pecs together to SpongeBob Patrick down.
All right, so that was Fool's Gold.
Yeah, I give it maybe a 5. I like it a little bit better.
I think I like it more than the last one.
Yeah, but the premise is really dumb. That's the big part for me.
But it's fun.
It is fun.
You have a laugh at least once.
Yeah, and just the concept is enough to the crappy, no pun intended, the crappy concept is enough to make me.
That's another thing. Kevin kept trying to make crap jokes, and Gwen was like, "Stop."
He's like,
Gwen, are you just the mayor of Unfun Town?
Gwen, are you just Gwen? Can you please just have fun with us for once?
Quit being a loser, Gwen.
Loser. Simple, because war is simple.
I think that's a good symbolism to Ben Tennyson as a whole. His problems are big, they're crazy, but they're also very simple to do, right? Like, what's the problem? This. Go punch it, get rid of it. That's the problem. So when he's like, hey, you've done all these great things for the universe, come get rid of this war. He's like, oh, yeah, it'll be simple. It'll be easy. I'm Ben Tennyson. I can do it in a weekend.
Yeah.
And then you realize war is not simple. It's very complicated. It's very intricate. There's many layers of why you're doing a war.
You think Ben's tried to stop the wars on planet Earth?
Yeah. You're talking about like a Pakistan war?
Yeah, it's like
the war in Gaza?
War in Middle East, just like,
I'm going to go bring peace to the Middle East.
Okay, this war on planet X or whatever, planet Zimblar, wherever I'm going, is going to be much easier to solve than like the Middle East crisis or like the, whatever is happening.
Like everybody is complicated like that. Because it's that dilemma where you, as a functioning human being, you can't comprehend that other people have the same amount of thoughts and complex.
Yeah, sure.
It's a known like not
fallacy kind of.
Like everyone thinks that, right? And that's been like no one can be as complicated as planet Earth,
Yeah,
we're super complicated.
But their problems on this red and blue planet
they're
is
not
just so brother.
It's actually a very simple problem.
It is so. It's just like
not a simple solution though.
We were talking about Avatar. Like the worst episode of that is the where they have like the two warring factions.
I don't think that's the worst episode.
What's the worst episode?
I don't know, but that's not that bad of an episode. Let's be real here.
The one where they like Aang has to like guide him through the thing.
Yeah,
or whatever?
it's a fun episode.
You like that episode?
It's not bad.
Let them have it. Comments. You heard it here first.
That's how chronically online we are.
Yeah.
If you're trying to find a bad episode of the original Avatar series,
that one is not very good.
It's good.
Aang tricks him into being like, "Oh, the guys you're talking about were actually toddlers and they were playing a game."
Yeah,
just made it up.
Yeah. I'm okay with it.
If anything,
it shows how creative Aang can get to solve crisis.
Creative. I don't know. I just didn't sit.
But this area is, and this is where the simple, because we were like, don't they just paint the statue purple and everyone just turns purple? That could have worked.
Maybe.
They're blue and red, right?
Yeah.
And both of them are, no, this guy was blue, no, this guy was red. Why does it matter? Make them a different color. You guys adopt that color, and then you all know, and make it a paint that lasts forever.
It's heresy to even think about him being purple. You know what I mean? Because they're all blue and red, so it's like you either with us or you against us.
But it's this combination of blue and red, and you could probably trick them and argue and be like, "Hey, look, who's to say you guys, as the colors washed away, you didn't see that and divvy up into those colors?"
You think there's like mixed race on that planet? Like there actually is purple people?
I think there will be now.
Because
I don't know if you noticed this. I think their actual skin tone changed to purple too.
Did it really?
You'll have to put it up there if it's there. But when they're chasing, I'm pretty sure, because you always see their face and everything else is. I'm pretty sure their faces were purple.
Their faces weren't like specifically red or blue. I don't think. Yeah.
We'll have to look.
The generals are blue and red, and Probity is blue and red.
Yeah.
So maybe
she's blue.
Well, yeah. I mean, she's specifically blue. Yeah. She's not like.
Why is she the only kid we see too?
I don't know. She's the only one that looks any different besides the generals too.
Yeah,
that was
true.
Like I was saying with the hey Noodles. Like I was saying with the
got her dirt star on screen. Noodles, have some decency.
Cover up, girly. There we go. Like I was saying with the gold poopians, right? Like they look the exact same. Have a little bit of body differences. Like Omniverse is really good about that. Like they'll show a bunch of different designs for a race of an alien.
Yeah, I like that.
Why do they look like Captain Crunch? What the hell are we doing here?
I love that.
It's like the most.
Makes me want to eat cereal.
Eat cereal?
Yeah, I get craving sometimes.
There's like this kind of subplot about how food is like controlled, and we see them like crunching down because it's wartime. So the warriors get all the food, and Probity probably gets nothing daily. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like how like. It simplifies like war, first of all, which I think they're trying to say something, but like it's cartoonified, so nothing like it's not saying anything really.
Yeah.
I guess it is saying something, but
it's not as simple as you think it'd be.
Right?
Maybe it's like because kids think, oh, just stop fighting.
Yeah.
And we're like, well, why didn't we think of that?
Yeah.
And then you have an adult that's like, it's not that simple, unfortunately.
Yeah. Ben goes down as Jet Ray, and he's like, why are you fighting? And they attack him.
Yeah. We haven't gotten the Rust Bucket 2
No,
yet.
not yet. Old Rust Bucket 3.
Rust Bucket.
We've had this argument.
Yeah.
The second one got blown up, or the first one got blown up somehow, so the one that Max is in now is the second one. Kevin gets the spaceship. And
yeah, but I argue that since we can't figure out what the somehow was, how do you know it got blown up?
It's definitely, they call it the Rust Bucket 2.
When?
In some of these episodes.
Oh, okay. I'll accept that then.
Yeah.
It is the Rust Bucket 2.
It's known, it's because Secret, the Race Against Time, the live action movie is supposed to be canon, and then like it was made uncanon.
Yeah, and that's when it blew up, canonically.
Yes, I mean, but it's not canon anymore, so we just got to speculate.
Yeah,
must have blown up sometime when they were 11.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
doesn't matter really. But
they don't have the Rust Bucket 3, like I was saying.
Using ship.
So they're using ship.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get the Rust Bucket 4.
It's the Rust Bucket 3.
The Rust Bucket 5 is really good. I do agree. I like ship, but sometimes he's annoying where he just says ship like 4 times in a row.
That's all he can say. He's like a Pokemon.
Well, just say it once. You don't have to ship. And I'm like, bro, come on.
Maybe he is trying to say something specific. Like maybe he's doing like some kind of.
I have testicular cancer. Please take me to the hospital.
Take me to the vet. No, I like when like he kind of crawls up Gwen. It's like a cute little
like
Pikachu
a little puppy.
moment.
Yeah, like a Pikachu. It's exactly like a Pikachu.
It is.
Yeah, because he's a Pokemon.
He is. Yeah, he's a Pokemon. How about that? He only says his name.
Yeah.
It's really all I got to say. I don't like the conflict. I like when Ben throws him in the cave and they're like, "We'll figure out how to stop him ourselves." And they like have a flashlight. And and somehow he falls off the cliff and all that.
Yeah.
Like that's just.
They killed him.
They tried to kill him.
They said, "I use this magnifying glass on your flashlight and blind him." I love to say, "Goop."
I'd like that moment actually.
That's
genuinely.
a good moment. Here's the thing too about Ben. If I change into Goop because I'm about to fall to my death, I'm not changing back and glowering at the screen. I'm not changing back. I'm going back up there. I'm kicking their asses, man. Throw them off the cliff. Because get this, you kill both of them, the war's over.
The war's kind of over.
Because people were like, "There's a truce. There is a truce." They were happy about it.
They were happy.
Just kill those 2 guys.
But they even say like they're like, "Oh, war is necessary, Ben Tennyson, because it's problems at work. Blame it on the war."
Yeah, problems at home. The wife's mad at me.
Blame it on the war.
Yeah.
Sucks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
But they can't.
No schools,
Yeah, exactly.
No jails.
But I genuinely, I don't know. It's a boring episode.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pointless, thoughtless episode.
Probably of the 3, my least favorite.
I just don't like it. Yeah, I kind of like that Kevin's doing a racket.
It feels very pointless.
It does feel pointless
because nothing happens.
It would be interesting, I guess, if they came back like at some point to like fight Ben, because the little girl said like, "Oh, I got to work double time at the factory to support the war against you." How are they fighting a war against Ben?
Yeah,
doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense at all.
They don't do anything.
No. Where's the factory? What's the factory producing?
Guns, materials.
All because Kevin can't do his racketeering anymore. We get Argent in this. I forgot about that.
You don't like Argent.
I hate him. As soon as we saw him, I said, "In between the eyes, 1 bullet, straight to the dome."
He's not my favorite character either. I don't think he's like.
He's
that
Greedle brother level for me.
Really?
I can't stand him.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That whole thing. Kevin is way beyond racketeering like that.
Yeah.
That's some character regression because he sees some shiny jewels.
I think it's funny though because Kevin makes a good point. When has Ben ever needed me to get him out of anything?
Yeah.
And also, he thinks the war is just inevitable.
It's true. He's trying to make money
because
it's
might as well
pointless.
make some money. This is gonna happen. You know, we might as well profit from it. He goes, "You do have a heart." He's like, "Yeah, that's what poor people have instead of money." I love that line.
He drops the. I
think he could have made it on the ship. Hey,
just
tell
throw
ship
the
to
jewels.
slow down for a second.
Yeah.
He's faster than light travel.
Or maybe grab a handful and then go.
Yeah, something.
What do you think about Way Big breaking the statue?
I like him. He's a cool Toku star.
He's a cool Toku
They're
star.
really cool. Ask the power scalers.
He's planet level, apparently.
Yeah, universe level. He punches galaxies or something.
He can definitely destroy planets. We've gotten that confirmed. But they're usually peaceful. I think is the fun part of them.
Yeah.
Their character, like they're so powerful, like they're extremely powerful, but they're like peaceful species.
Like Terraspin.
They were scholars. They got eaten up by Agrigor like little shrimps. No, there's like some weird, again, like they get weird rules.
Yeah.
They're supposed to shake with the left hand or the right hand or whatever. One of the hands.
Oh, yeah. You shook with the right hand. You're supposed to shake with the left hand. Bitch, I'm from a different planet. You think I know your dumbass cultures? You're fighting over a color.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I did go through civil liberties class.
I was like, we're not so different, Steven.
We fought over color one time, too.
We fought a lot about color in this country, bro. I'm telling you.
In this world, dude. Most wars. I don't like your color.
You're a different color than me.
Slavery.
There's like that meme. I think it's like the Dorito bags or something.
Yeah.
They have done absolutely nothing wrong, but they're blue. I've always hated the color blue. You know why?
Why?
No reason.
Yeah, dumb episode, though.
Dumb episode,
Probably,
bro.
honestly, for me, if you're asking me, gun to my head, I think this episode's worse than Fool's Gold.
Yeah, I would say that. I definitely.
Green water gun to my head.
Yes. Yeah. Funny in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Gun to my head.
Yeah.
I really think Fool's Gold has some funny parts in it, man. It's like, you know, like just the fact that there is poop that explodes is like, what? Like nothing funny or that interesting happens in this episode, does it?
But you see Kevin getting launched over and over again.
It was good.
That was funny.
It was a funny part, bro.
Funny.
Because it was like it was like they set it up in that moment. Like the poop is uranium 456. It's gonna explode if you touch it. And he's like, okay. And then he steps in it, and then it's like, what are the chances he falls on three different piles of poops?
Every single time, dude. Every time.
It's making me laugh more thinking about it than I actually did watching it, bro.
Dude, big facts. His little PNG body going up and down, you know, because they didn't animate that.
Yeah, it sucks. This is a 2.
Sucks.
It's like a 2. Is it a 2?
Yeah, I'm okay
2 or
with
3?
That. The human spider.
The human spider.
Oh, that sucks.
The amazing Spider-Man.
The human spider, that's the best you got? Oh, it sucks.
I'm a little delirious after watching those episodes, I think. No, bad episode. Bad batch of episodes, for real.
We'll pass the question on to you guys. You know, leave it in the comments. Which one of these 3 do you not like? Which one is probably the best in your opinion? Mm-hmm. Should they all be stricken from the record? What do you think of this new format we're doing? May do more of it. Depends on the episodes. We're going to be testing around some other things.
If you guys like it, too, let us know in the comments if you like this like multi-episode episode.
Yeah.
Or if you want more singular.
And be prepared. Hopper's got some great ideas for the channel coming up. So we're trying to not completely bulldoze through Alien Force, but we're trying to wrap it up a little quicker than
Plus,
we've been doing.
These episodes are bad. Like we don't want to spend a ton of time on this.
Let's be honest. You're here for my gorgeous face, you know, and Hopper's something.
Noodles Dirt Star.
Noodles Dirt Star. You're not here for the Alien Force stuff. But yeah, stay tuned on the channel. We got a lot of great things coming to you guys. It's going to be a great summer, great rest of the year. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're going to go live. Me and Hopper may be playing a new game together, hopefully. I'm going to say that, fingers crossed. He may bail on me again, and we'll just keep going with the stream that I'm doing. But, you know, stay tuned for that, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.